Miss Knight from Connecticut, this is going out to you while I fix my cereal. So you ask, how important is sex in a relationship? I say, sex in a relationship, it's not important. Not at all. Until you're not getting any. Because then the issues start. It's the #1 reason why couples argue. And although the argument may not be about sex, it's about money, household chores, why I'm taking care of a kid that ain't mine, all that shit. That's why sex is important in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Sex in a relationship is very, very, very important when you're not getting any. So, get as much as you can. I also believe that sex in a relationship, in this relationship between the two people involved, I think they should be able to do anything. Because, like the saying always goes, and grandmothers and mothers always tell their daughters, you better do what you can for your guy. Because if you're not doing it, someone else is. If you don't want your guy to cheat, have sex. If you don't want your girl to cheat, have sex. And you're in a relationship. You should be able to do everything you want to do. But with reason. Because I was in a sex shop, true story. I was in the sex shop and they had this little chin strap on. And it was a little penis that you strapped onto your chin. And basically, what it is, I'm gonna put my milk back in the refrigerator. Basically what it is while you're eating the girl out, the little penis you put, of course you know where it goes. But my thing is, if we ever break up, you knew that at some point I had a penis on my chin. I could not have that. And on a serious note, folks, sex in a relationship, on a serious note, folks, do not have sex too soon in a relationship. Because, as I tell my clients, often, sex acts as a 6-month blinder, right? So, for instance, say you've been in a relationship for a month. You really don't know that person as well as you want to know them, but you have sex. So, what sex does is it puts so much pressure on this relationship at this point that you stop noticing all the small problems that come up and you ignore them because you don't want it to seem like there is any pressure. And so it goes that way for 6 months. And at the end of the 6 months, because you've been so blind by the sex and that whole 6-month period, you're getting plenty of it, or enough of it, probably. So at the end of the 6 months, all the small problems come back, and they're about this big now. Then you're fucked. So I ask this question. Do you believe that when you're in a relationship, you should be willing to do everything sexually for your partner? I mean everything. Like your partner comes in the room and says, I want to run around the house 5 times. You jump off the roof onto my dick. What'd you do? It's a good question. You know what I'm saying? So back to you, Miss Knight from Connecticut. How important is sex in a relationship? And like I said, sex is not important at all until you aren't having any. I hope I answered your question. So as I say, have plenty of sex and get it in. And that's the word from me.